Star Wars Episode 9 serves as the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself, with J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio introducing 8 new characters as well as some returning legacy characters in the overall plot of this movie. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, I am a huge fan of Darth Vader. In my point of view, he is indeed the face of Star Wars, and it's why I am so excited to learn more and more about him through future canon pieces, such as the new Darth Vader comic, that will be going over more interactions between himself and Lord Momin. However, looking past all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to Star Wars Episode 9, specifically for the set designs, the set leaks, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which specifically has all to do with the horrific scene between both Kylo Ren and Darth Vader and some mysterious characters that could very well be the acolytes of the Beyond. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren inside of what appears to be a medical room of sorts. He is examining the body of Darth Vader, strapped to a table. His injuries are seen by Kylo Ren, as Kylo watches Darth Vader being built into a figure that's more machine than man. As the helmet goes on Vader's face, suddenly in front of Kylo, flames start to ignite on Vader's body, and trees start to clash through the walls as he is suddenly finding himself on Endor with the Darth Vader suit burning on the same table. However, Kylo is seeing and witnessing the events of when Vader's son started the funeral pyre. The flames settle and armor starts to crumble into pieces on the ground, with 6 shadowy figures taking parts of Vader's armor away. So, in my point of view, I want to go over some of these pointers real quick. In my point of view, this is most certainly a vision, without a doubt, right? Vader is most certainly not alive during the events of Episode 9, but this is most definitely a vision for Kylo Ren. Not quite sure exactly what initiated the vision. Maybe he touched a certain object that once belonged to Vader. Maybe Kylo Ren owns Darth Vader's lightsaber, perhaps. It's a possibility. But nonetheless, he is witnessing the birth and death of Darth Vader. Not necessarily Anakin Skywalker, but he's witnessing Darth Vader being built into more so a machine on the medical table in Coruscant, and then he's eventually seeing him crumble into nothing on the planet Endor, or should I say the forest moon of Endor, until eventually the 6 shadowy figures, which I believe are the acolytes of the Beyond, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Now, the thing here is this. What's really intriguing is that we do know that they plan on filming over in California, in or around the same exact area that they shot for the planet Endor. Again, I keep saying planet. It's a forest moon. Over there, alright, they shot them over in the Redwoods, and over at Endor is when that funeral pyre took place. That's where it took place. So, Kylo Ren could very well have a moment there in the planet or in the forest moon of Endor. And looking at everything here, guys, I gotta say one thing and one thing only. Kylo Ren witnessing the birth and death of Darth Vader is absolutely genius in my opinion. Seeing the Darth Vader suit being put onto Darth Vader and then eventually watching that suit crumble into pieces on the ground after it was set ablaze by Luke Skywalker for his funeral, and as a way of honoring Anakin Skywalker turning back to the light side. Now, the acolytes of the Beyond, alright? If these are indeed them, alright? If this is, of course, the group of individuals that took away parts of Darth Vader, including his melted helmet, his lightsaber, parts of his chest plate we have learned about before in the past, I believe that there's a possibility, just a possibility, that the acolytes of the Beyond, since these are 6 figures, they could eventually become the Knights of Ren. Now sure, a lot of other people out there believe, and I also believe this, that Luke Skywalker's Jedi students that were actually taken away by Kylo Ren are also the Knights of Ren. That's another possibility, and I think that was lightly foreshadowed by Luke when he told Rey he had banished with a handful of my students and slaughtered the rest. So he essentially took some of Luke's students, in or around, I would have to say, 6 of them, right? Because we do know that the Knights of Ren, including Kylo Ren, are also dubbed the Seven. Alright, I don't know if you guys remember pre-The Force Awakens stuff, but they were actually dubbed the Seven. That was the initial group name before the Knights of Ren. So, looking at Episode 9 specifically, we can see all these different callbacks to Revenge of the Sith and all these different moments in the prequel trilogy, and I'm really just crossing my fingers that this does make it to the final cut of the movie and past the storyboard elements, because we do know that J.J. Abrams originally wanted Anakin Skywalker to be in The Force Awakens as a shape-shifting Force ghost. Unfortunately, that never made it to the final cut. So, looking at everything here, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments section. Are we going back to Endor because they plan on filming over in California, alright, right near the Redwoods, which would be the perfect backdrop for the forest moon of Endor. It would be perfect, and I think that's a real good hint that we are going back, quite possibly. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.